We should be back live here. So news just came in better than expected. This is very great for the market. There's reason why this should go higher. So I'm preparing myself for a long here. I'm actually thinking about taking a long position right here. I'll do a long here. It's currently trading at 41. I know it's a risky play. Let's see if it's gonna push here. Then we could exit. I'll just exit quick here. I know you're not tuning in, but you could also exit if you want. Once it hit 950, that's pretty safe, pretty consistent. But I know exactly my setup for today. I know exactly I prepared for that. It's a long position there, would break above. And if we break below here, I'll go for short. So short below, long above. Looks still like a long. S&P 500 also look interesting. Let's just look at NVIDIA, how NVIDIA is actually going to open today. Up 2%. Actually start selling off. The market is actually not that positive here in the beginning. Interesting to follow the market. So things actually start selling a little bit off. Let's see here. Again, I told you it's not going to be risky. I told you to close at 950 if you want. It's trading at 950. Told you. So don't freak out. I prepared for this in the pre-market session. I know exactly where the market is going to go here in the first 5 minutes. So let's see if there's going to come some push here above 952. And let's see if this is going to close on a 1 minute time frame above, and if so, we're going to go for a long. Take it back. Wall Street looks kind of strong still. We're still pointing up. I know we just sold below. We're not showing stronger momentum, but I think this could turn around very quick to above 400. Looks like I could go for long here on Nasdaq on a breakout, but always 4 minutes over. It's always start selling off after 4 minutes. So the first minute is always very easy. Start selling off, then it goes up. Always. If it has to sell off, you have to wait 5 minutes, and then you have to go for a short. But things is actually start selling off a little bit here. That could be a good short setup maybe. Let's see here. If we're gonna break below 39, I'll go for a short. So break below 38, 39, I'll go for a short, maybe back to 900 or 850, but right now it just looks like a long. I've been drawing my lines here. So line here, it's long. Everything below is a short. I could like to actually do a quick little long here. That could actually work for me. It's going to be interesting to see if this is going to push, because this is a long setup for me. I really want to go long on this one here. I told you in the beginning of the pre-market session, and I also told you while the market opened that this is a long. Great news. So about to go long here, guys. So I'll go for a long. We have an opening range breakout. We are above here, and we are showing some great progress after 5 minutes, after 6 minutes. Let's see here if this red candle is just going to close below here, or if it's going to close above 85, and if we close above 85, I'll go for a long. I'll target 100 points at least. Risk my 20 points. Let's see here if I could time it. Still looks strong on Wall Street. Still looks strong here in Nasdaq, but again, Nasdaq could sell off back to 950. It could also start pushing now. It looks like a long to me. Start going in for a long here. Let's see. Again, it could potentially come back to 950. Let's see if this is going to be the push I expected on the upside. I expect a push. It could potentially come back to 900, so just be aware of that. And then it could turn around. Let's see if it's showing progress above 80, 980. This is a breakout. Right now we have a breakout. Things is also showing great progress here on Wall Street. But again, let's see here. I'll exit here just to make sure that I'm not holding anything. I exit 400. The reason why I exit is because I look at the other indexes and I can see it's not really breaking above the round number 300. DAX is also slow, and this is not breaking above 21,000. We could have some resistance here, so this is where they could dump the market back to 900 or back to 850. Then they could turn it around. It could move sideways and then up again. Been telling you long here, it went up, down, but again, you see, it was very straight that we're gonna go up and get this liquidity around here. Stop losses is placed at 21,002, 08. So I have nothing against going along here. I like the current market, to be honest. So it looks great to me so far. For a long position, it's holding quite strong. There is no really big risk currently. Wall Street, let's see if we're gonna break above or if it's gonna sell below. So the risk and the probability and what we have to consider, both mentally, that we could go in for long, but then instead of we getting stopped out, we're moving stop losses, and then we basically risking 100 points. That's a little bit too much compared to what are we really wanting to, what are we trying to gain? We're trying to gain 100 points, but there's also 100 points down, not because of our stop loss, but because of this could sell off now and come back and get the liquidity and get people stopped out around here. But I'm gonna go for a long here. Again, it's a break above. It's followed my principles. I could get stopped out on this one here, but it's following my principles. So let's see here. Have a tight stop loss in place. Let's see here. Will this sell off or will this push? So Wall Street is pushing, and that's why I took a long. DAX is also pushing, that's also why I took a long here. We could just quick look at the S&P 500 if you want to get another confirmation. That's even pushing more, so that's pushing pretty hard. Let's just exit here. I know I didn't manage to exit that one great, but it's still fine, it's still good. I'm considering doing a long here. I'm doing a long at 97. Let's see here if this is going to push up or if this is going to get rejected. They could dump it quick, but for me, there is a lot of confirmation on both indexes here. Let's see if this is gonna push or if they're gonna sell it off. Short-term selling pressure. Thinking about moving my stop loss to 62 to give it some room, and then target 150. We still have a break above. Let's see if this is gonna come. Some short-term selling pressure. It could take this one out. So we're selling off now. I think we could potentially get back to 935, but then we start getting fear into the market. And what do I mean about that? I mean, people start dumping it back to what I told you, 890, 850, 800, and then it's going to retrace all the way back. So the target for the day could still be 150, it could be 200, it could even be 300. But it could sell out first, and that's what we normally see, and that's what normally happens. But let's see here if this is going to stop at 75 or if this is going to come all the way back. The reason why I have my stop loss here is because I give it some room, and it could really push to 100 or 150 in the next 5-6 minutes. There's nothing that could really turn the market really red because of the news. I'm just moving a stop loss here back to the EMA range. Thinking about holding this one here to at least 200, I think even more, but it really depends. I could also hold it to 300. It's a break above, it's pretty clear structure, but the risk is there, and that's what I have to consider. That's what I have to respect, and that's what I have to work with, and I have to accept the potential risk of the market's gonna sell off, okay? So currently down 400 in this one here. Again, it could sell off, but this could also act as a new low. Let's see, currently progress on both indexes here. But again, it could come back. So once we're gonna break and close above 85, I'll move my stop loss to 64 to mitigate risk, manage my position. So get ready to move stop loss. I'll move stop loss to 62. Let's see if this is gonna push above 21,000 for the next minute or two. Then we could make some money there. It could come potentially back and retest and then sell off, and then I'm just gonna be very good and very strict and control my loss and cut the loss, because it could really sell back, and as I told you, it's 800 or even lower, and then I just want to cut my losses, okay? Let's see if we're gonna see lower highs and this is gonna sell back again. If we do not push in the next minute or two, it might be a weak sign for the Nasdaq. I think it could potentially push to I think it could push down. Let's see here if I'm wrong. Progress, some progress and little progress. Let's see if this is gonna be pushed above 21,000. This is a major resistance level that we're trading into. Again, it could sell below here, and then it could come back to 850. Just so you're aware of the risk. You don't want to move stop loss because it could come back to 850 or even lower. Let's see here. So I caught losses here, and then it could come back to 850, and I have to wait for that. And if I see within the next 30 minutes from now on that this is not going to sell below 850, I'll just re-enter along, take it back to 21,150. But right now it looks weak to me. There's no progress on the upside. It's selling off. This is also selling off. I think it's going to dump now. But let me just see if it's going to be a fake out. If it's not a fake out, then it's just gonna rally. If it is a fake out, then many traders will get stopped out from 65, I would probably say 75 to 50. So a good stop loss is 44 where I have it now. Let's see if we're gonna push. So lower highs, if we're gonna break above here now, let's see. We have a higher lower week on number 16 bar than the bar where we sold off from, but didn't confirm below this one here. So I'm still positive, I'm still long, nothing have changed. Look at Apple. Apple is actually selling off, that's not good for the market. Nvidia is pushing. Yeah, so Nvidia is pushing, Amazon is also pushing. Microsoft is not doing anything. The market is actually not really willing to be pushed right now, so that could be a weak sign for the market. Move stop loss again. Think it's gonna sell off now. Yeah, it's weak, very weak. Holding support. It's very weak here, it's not doing anything. Yeah. So there's no break above, no break below. It looks like it should come back to here, or at least come back to 944. But again, if we're gonna be pushed above 21,000, it's gonna push very hard back to 100. Remember, cutting losses is always a win for me if I can cut them in time. So this is holding, this is kind of like holding, and this is showing lower highs. If this candle here after 18 minutes can turn out to be a green candle and close above 90, that could be very good for the market, but I'm pretty confident that they're going to stop us out and take the market lower. I don't know how much lower, but I think they're going to try to take it to 950 or potentially even lower. Selling pressure. Yeah, I think they're gonna take it lower. No progress. Consider moving my stop loss back, but that could be a little bit risky. It's just so I don't get a fake out. I will take the risk of moving it back to the EMA range. Nope, I haven't moved it yet, but I might get stopped out this one here. There's no progress, and that means no trading for me personally. But again, I'm just holding it. I have a tight stop loss. I'm only risking 38 points. I'm risking 0.4% of my account value. So the account value is around 70k. I'm risking like 600, I think, or even 500. Let's see if it's going to be pushed above. So Wall Street is doing nothing. S&P 500 is doing something. Let's exit, guys. Great session here. Exit at 05. As you can see, trading at 05. I'm just done for this session here. I thought it would be quicker. I know we could see a green big candle, but I don't get the confirmation on Apple. Apple is down, and Nvidia, I get the confirmation. So again, it could really come back, and I expect that. So if you want, you could exit, you could hold it. If I was you, I would probably move stop loss now to 95 and let this run. But again, I hope you exit. It was a great little session, and it took 14 minutes. We made 4 good